Hey Ben, I need your help to settle a net neutrality debate I've been having with my friend. I'm here to get it destroyed on his behalf. So in a lot of smaller local areas, there's really only one, maybe two ISPs in the area, which essentially makes them a natural monopoly because the infrastructure costs way too much to invest in it. So at that point, wouldn't regulation be justified for those in those areas?
Well, I mean, it depends on whether the natural monopoly is also able to crowd out anything else, meaning that I'm not actually against natural monopolies. What I'm against is government-enforced monopolies. So, like, it's not the phone company's fault that you decide to live in the middle of nowhere. And the idea that they are obligated by law to not make money off you living in the middle of nowhere when it costs them more money to bring you that cable is strange to me. And also the idea that the phone company could charge you, $1 million a year for your phone cable, but no one would ever try to figure out another way of generating a phone cable to your house that you're paying $1 million a year for. I find that difficult to sustain. I'm not a big fan of the idea of antitrust generally. I think that antitrust is too broadly applied, and that seems to be the case when it comes to internet service providers as well. Again, I see the argument for net neutrality, but it seems to me that it's big corporations on one side fighting big corporations on the other. People are neglecting that there are a lot of big corporations that like net neutrality because they believe that it's going to give them an advantage in preventing new internet service providers from privileging other sites over theirs or allowing startups to compete on even footing with big companies like Google. For example, there's a reason Google was in favor of net neutrality. There's a reason Netflix was in favor of net neutrality because grandma who doesn't use Netflix is paying for Netflix, basically. Because of the redistribution of rates. So that's the basic argument against net neutrality is you'd have to show me why the internet supposedly sucks so much in an era without net neutrality. Like I was told everyone was going to die when it went away. The bodies were going to be stacked like cordwood in the streets. And I have not seen any of that. The internet seems to be working just fine. Everybody's getting their porn. Everybody's happy. So what's the problem?